Today let me see Chapter 1 Introduction to Computers. The first lesson same for computer science and computer application students. So let me start our lesson. The topics. First one is Introduction of Computers and Uses of Computers. In this sessions we will discuss about how the computers are used in our day-to-day life. And next topic is Data and Informations. In the sessions we will see how these two data and informations are playing main role in computer science. And next one is components of computers and functions of computers. In this session, we are going to see what are the components we are using in computers and how they are working in. Let me start our session with introduction. Introduction. We are all seeing the computer, isn't it? How the computers look like. This is computer. So computer means it must have keyboard, mouse, monitor and CPU. But nowadays there is no specific structure for computer. For example, mobile, we can do all the work which is doing in computer. The same way, laptop, watch computer, then all-in-one computer, then palm top. These are all also called as a computerized device. These things are playing main role in our day-to-day life. Let's see how they are using in our life. In education, the computer plays important role in education. We will see few example in schools. In schools, visual class and labs are useful to provide good explanations about lesson to the students. It is also useful for the teachers to create students' performance card. And next one is e-learning. Nowadays, the e-learning is very popular to all. E-learning means electronics learning. We can learn through computer, and all schools are doing this. We can also study through this e-learning. So this is very useful to the students. It induces the students' creativity and individualities. Now we are also studying through this e-learning. Travel and tourism. In this field, computers are playing vital role. Computers are used for schedule the railways and flight and bus. We can book our ticket by using computers. We can make our hotel reservations online. This is very useful for the peoples. Forecasting. A forecasting technique tell about some future values or event. In weather, the supercomputer produces the weather forecasting. It's predict about atmosphere and weather condition. Social networks. Nowadays this is very important to our world. So this is one of the computer-based technology. Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp are the main aspect in this social network. So people can share their thoughts, ideas, and informations to the other people. E-commerce, also known as electronic commerce or internet commerce, refers to buying and selling of goods or services using the internet and transfer of money and data to execute these transactions. For example, e-banking and online purchasing. Uses of computers. Computers are seen everywhere around us. Uses of computers is education, research, travel and tourism, and weather forecasting, social network, and e-commerce. So without computer, we can't live in this society. Today, no organizations can function without a paper. In fact, various organizations have become paperless. For example, bank, small information about computer. The growth of computer industry started with the need for performing fast calculations. This is very important for a computer. Starting stage, The peoples are doing manual calculation. It was very slow and prone to errors. So they decided to invent any devices to calculate fast. The first calculating machine is abacus. First non-calculating machine is abacus, which is preceding for today's high-speed computer. Let's see about Charles Babbage. He is the father of computer. He is a mathematician and he invented analytical engine in 1837. In this engine, he introduced all the computerized mechanism, that is ALU and control flow, then memory. We will discuss about these sessions to the later, and which led to the development of first general purpose computers. This technology is lead to the first computers, development of first computer. So he is called as the father of computers. Computer. So in this computer, we can connect more than one peripheral devices. We will see about these devices. So first one is keyboard. Keyboard is used to feed input to the computer. So this is called input device. Which device is used to the feed in information to the computer? This is called keyboard. So through the keyboard we can type. Okay, next one is monitor. Monitor is shows the output to the user. So this is called output devices. Which device is used to show the give the output to the user? This is called output devices. Other than that, monitor, printer also the output device. And next one is CPU. CPU is the brain of the computer. It controls the whole computer systems. Later we will discuss about this. Then what about mouse? Mouse is also one of the input devices. It gives input, feed the input through click. Okay. Data and informations. Both play a very important role in computer science. And what is data? Data is defined as an unprocessed collection of raw facts suitable for communications, interpretations. So data is an unprocessed collection of raw facts. That means we can collect the informations, just numbers or letters or names, something. So there is no meaning at all. For example, 134.16, Kavita, C or data. This will not give any meaningful message. We don't know what is 134, what is 16, what is C, we don't know that, isn't it? So this is the raw fact. So before starting our computer project, we should collect our data, then we should convert into the informations. Okay, so let's see what is information. Information is a collection of facts from which conclusion may be drawn. In simple words, we can say that data is the raw facts that is processed to give meaningful order or structured information. So that is, information means we should collect all the data and convert into the meaningful informations. For example, Kavita is 16 years old. Here, we talk about the Kavita. Okay, so that is 16 is the age of Kavita. That is 16 is age. It gives some meaning, isn't it? It gives, this sentence is give some meaning. Okay, so this is information. Data is a raw fact. There is no meaning, and information is a meaningful sentence, or it gives some meanings to the user. Okay, this is information. And this conversions of data into information is called data processing. So remember that. What is data processing? data are convert into information is called data processing. Data and information. In this process, raw data as input, that is raw data means any meaningless data, that is 1, 6, Kavita, C, so whatever it may be, but there is no meaning. So computer doing some process according to our instructions. Okay, it produces output, that is meaningful sentence, that is information. Okay, so from this we can derive what is computer. Computer is an electronic device that take raw data, unprocessed data as an input. That is raw data means 1, 6 Kavita we gave, so that is input from the user and process it under the control of set of instructions called program. It processes through the program, then produce a result, meaningful words, that is output, and saves it for further use. Okay, so according to this, finally, what is computer? Define what is computer. Computer is an electronic device. The same statements also used here, and that process the input according to the set of instructions provided to it and gives the desired output at a very fast rate. That is, computer is an electronic device that processes the input according to the set of instructions. It process to the input according to the set of instructions provided to it and gives the desired output at a very fast rate. Difference between data and information. Data is an unorganized raw facts that need processing. It is random and useless to human. So already we know that data is a raw fact. There is no meaning. Okay, so there is no meaning and no use for us. Whereas information is a processed, organized data presented in a given context and is useful to humans. It should give some meaning and it is useful to humans. And next one, data is an individual unit that contains raw material which does not carry any specific meaning. That is, data is an individual unit, 1, 2, 3, or 16, whatever it may be. It's an individual meaning, not necessary to give some meaning to that data. So data is a raw fact, that's all. But information is a group of data. It is not an individual unit, it is group of data that collectively carry a logical meaning. Okay, it's collectively carry a logical meaning. It should give some meaning. Data doesn't depend on information, whereas information depends on data. Information depends only on data and it gives the information from the given data only. Okay, and next one is example 2516. This is a raw data. It has no meaning, just the number 25 and 16. But in information, $25, age 16. That is, 25 is the amount, 16 is the age. Okay, this is the difference between data and information. Components of a computer. The computer is a combination of hardware and software. Hardware means is a physical component of a computer. Whether you can touch any part of the computer, that is called hardware. For example, monitor, keyboard, memory devices, mouse, etc. Okay, whereas software is a set of programs or instruction. It is also non-physical components of a program. It's a non-physical components of a program we can't touch. So we can see everything, but we can't touch. This is software. So software is a set of program or instructions. Computers only follow this set of instructions. That is programs only. That is software only. So it can't think himself. An example of software, C, Java, this is a programming language. Java, PHP and C++, a lot of programming language, that is functional components of a computer. Before seeing the component, we'll see how the computer will work. And computer take input from input unit and do the process using CPU and give the output through the output unit, output device. Okay, so that is input is considered as I and process is P and output is O. So every computer works in IPO process. In our daily life, if you are going to make orange juice, means orange as the input and the preparing juice is the process and the last output is orange juice. Okay. So every task given to the computer follows as input process output cycle, that is IOP cycle. We'll see the functional components of a computer. Computer has three main units. One is input unit, CPU, that is central processing unit, and output unit. So input unit means input unit is used to feed any form of data to the computer. Already we've seen this, which can be stored in the memory unit for further processing. For example, keyboard, mouse, mic is the input unit. It gives the information to the computer. And next one is CPU. CPU is the central processing unit. The CPU is the major component which interprets and executes software instructions. So it's only execute all the instructions given by user. And it also controls the operations of all other components. It only controls all the computer systems, all the components. And next one is the CPU has three components: control unit, ALU, that is arithmetic and logic unit, and memory unit. And arithmetic and logic unit. So this is used to calculate the informations. Okay, calculate the sums and give the logical decisions, everything. The ALU is the part of the CPU which various computing functions are performing on data. It's used to computing means calculations. It's used to calculate data very efficiency and very accuracy. And next one, the ALU performs arithmetic operations such as addition, subtractions, multiplications, divisions, and logical operations. And this is a motherboard. I think you are all seeing this. And in this motherboard, we have a lot of circuits and gates. This gates and circuits act as a ALU, that is arithmetic and logic unit. Memory unit. The memory unit is of two types, which are primary memory and secondary memory. So primary memory, temporary memory, that is to temporarily store the programs and data when the instructions are ready to access, is a volatile memory. The primary memory is a volatile memory. Volatile means not permanent. That is, the content is lost when the power supply is switched off. An example for primary memory is RAM. RAM, random access memory. Okay, this is a main memory. When you are opening any applications, means the application first come and store in the RAM, then only open to your monitor. Okay, open in your monitor. If you want to open more than one applications, means the RAM capacity must high, otherwise the computer will hang. Secondary memory. It is used to store the data permanently. So we can store the data permanently here. Primary memory, we can't store the data permanently. And it is non-volatile memory. That is, it's not erased. It's a permanent memory. That is, the content is available even after the power supply is switched off. Okay. And example for secondary memory is hard disk, CD-ROM, pen drive, and DVD-ROM are example of secondary memory. pen drive, and CD-ROM. Control unit. So this is components of a computer. Control unit controls the flow of data. That is where the data want to move within the computer. The control unit only decide between the CPU, memory, and I/O devices. Where the data move to the CPU, memory, and I/O devices, the control unit only device. It also controls the entire operations of a computer. So look at this picture, and input unit, output unit is here. Input unit is a keyboard, mouse, mic, CPU. So within the CPU, control unit is here, and ALU, that is arithmetic and logic unit, and internal memory means register. Inside some registers are using for memories. We'll see later. So this register is called internal memory. Then main memory is the RAM, random access memory. Secondary storage devices, we know that. And the blue dotted lines is explain the control unit. The blue dotted lines indicates the control unit. So the control units controls all the input units and the ALU, then internal memory, then output unit, and main memory, secondary storage memory. This controls all the computer systems. Okay, so this is called control unit. That's all today's sessions. We will meet next class. Thank you.